told you so.
Yes, you were.
Really
all weekend you did that. All weekend.
I did.
Yeah, you did.
I always give people props when they're right.
No, you did. I was right about Justin Herbert, offensive rookie of the year. I was right about that one.
What else?
And the Super Bowl.
You picked the Super Bowl.
I picked the Super Bowl.
If you notice, I didn't make a prediction.
You did, actually. You did. You said the Chiefs.
No, I didn't. I said you picked the Bucs, so I have to pick the Chiefs, just so that for the sake of the argument. That should tell you right there. The whole thing I said about Patrick Mahomes is what? Defenses figured the Chiefs out.
Oh, and they figured it out.
I said that January 8th, a month ago, before we even got deep in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah, it is a month ago. Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, they figured it out. They really
and I said that the Chiefs wouldn't score more than what? 17 points. Yeah. Because I said they was
getting double digits.
I said they was getting in the red zone and kicking field goals. What did they do? Field goals.
Yeah, they didn't get the red zone at all. Oh, in case y'all wondering, I lost a bet. You know, remember way back when we made a bet?
Wasn't that long ago?
Way back when.
I remember.
What was the bet?
Yeah, what was the bet? Do you remember the bet? I remember the bet. Do you remember the bet? I remember. You probably don't remember the bet, but we're going to tell you about the bet. So we were discussing not off-season, but end-of-season awards, Rookie of the Year. We didn't talk about comeback player.
No, we didn't.
Offensive player of the year, defensive player of the year.
We didn't say coach.
All that kind of stuff. No, we didn't do any of that stuff. We went straight to the most important ones. Yep. The most valuable one, which is the MVP. You asked me who, because we were talking about Russell Wilson at the time.
We were.
Because he was having a great season.
And then all of a sudden,
let Russ cook. And then Russ started getting that vacation vibes.
He was just ready, like, you know what?
Giving them the Russell.
No,
he was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm cool about this football stuff. I can have it. And he fell off, which is cool. Because then he was like, well, who else is really doing that thing? And I was like, what you, Mr. Discount Double Check, right? Remember those commercials?
Yeah, I
remember the commercials?
Yes.
Aaron Rodgers got commercials, right?
Yes, he does.
And I said Aaron Rodgers, offensive MVP, no question. Not just offensive, no, MVP, like just the league.
Yeah, I was about to say, because
there's offensive player of the year,
yes,
not but MVP.
Which was
the MVP? The MVP, the most valuable player. How many touchdowns?
Wait, don't go there.
You remember because you do the numbers. You do.
I do the numbers, but I don't have it right in front of me right now. Therefore,
oh, you remember. You remember.
It'll pop up on the screen how many touchdowns and all of that.
How many interceptions, bro?
Like 4, 5.
Like 5?
4 or 5. Not a lot at all.
What's 5 times 5?
25.
25. Coincidentally, that is the number of push-ups that you challenged me to do. Because you said I was going to lose the bet.
I did.
And who'd you say was going to win the bet?
Me.
Who's going to win the MVP?
MVP? Oh. Mr. Patrick Mahomes, Mr. Kansas City, Mr. Didn't throw a touchdown in the Super Bowl. Thanks. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Sir, appreciate it.
You jinxed him.
I did not jinx him.
You jinxed him.
No, I didn't.
You shouldn't have picked him.
No.
He can't even be my
Yeah, thanks Todd Bowles for that.
Patrick Apartments. He's apartments now. He's not even homes. But we don't need to stall anymore. We'll just go ahead and get these. Are they modified push-ups? See how I was PC with that? Politically correct?
Yeah, because last time, what did you say?
I called them girl push-ups.
Yeah.
Because I said, could I do them? And you was like, no, you can't do them. Why can't I do them? Because I'm not a girl. That's what you said.
Right. But they're modified. They're just modified for those that can do full push-ups.
Can we demonstrate? Would you like me to demonstrate a full push-up and then you can show them the girl push-ups?
Oh, the moderate.
I think that was. You can do both if you want to.
All right. What?
Oh, she pulling out the guns. Oh, you wore your workout clothes today. You was planning on doing these push-ups, which I also said. I was like, so you plan on losing? I don't plan on losing. Just a girl with goals.
Really?
Should I stand a certain place? Like, I don't want to block the viewers' view. Let me. You slide over this way, see? center stage. I'm gonna coach you up on these.
Oh.
Are you using that for to put under your
Yes.
knees? Do we have like a soft pad or something?
Ow.
You know what? Your knees would hurt if they was off the ground.
Are you done?
I'm gonna just be back here like this. Come on, Rock, you can do it.
Are you serious? Oh, God.
Come on, you
Shut
up. You sing Rocky. Let's go. Let's go. 1, 2. Oh, yeah. 3. There you go. Push that forward. 4. You got this. 5. Come on. Come on. 6. 7. Oh, yeah. Good burn. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. What did we learn? 13. 14. Stop it. Come on. 15. Hey, you get the laughter in the ab workout. That's a double. 16. 17. 18. Let's go. 19. Let's go. 20. Here you go. 21. Come on. 22. Got it. Up. 23. Up. 24. Up. 25. If you're feeling real special, you can knock out an extra 10 just for the next time you get
How about you do it since you pick the Chiefs?
Did I?
Yeah.
I picked the Chiefs? Yeah. You got footage of that? You got that on tape?
I have it on a picture.
You have it on a picture?
A picture. What did you post? You posted that, right?
I posted what?
Since I picked the Bucs, you have to pick the Chiefs. Therefore, go ahead.
Tori.
Oh,
what? Tori.
Yes.
Tori.
Okay, here we go.
Tori.
I swear that's gonna be a thing. Okay.
Tori.
Yes.
Tori.
Yes.
Tori.
Oh gosh. Mm-hmm.
What have we learned today?
That I can do push-ups.
What else have we learned today?
That I can do push-ups relatively fast.
But what's the overall important lesson? What did we learn not to do? We've learned not to bet me. Don't bet me. You just now your breathing is finally slowed down and it's quiet.
According to my watch, it's,
How many rings did you hit on your watch from losing bets?
Don't worry about it. Bing.
Ring closed. Bing. Ring closed. Bing.
Oh, I actually got an extra minute of exercise time. Huh.
A whole minute off of one little bet. What else would you like to bet? Anything? Anything? Suggestions? What? Anyone?
Yeah.
Anyone?
Let us know.
Anyone?
Let us know.
Bueller?
Bueller.
Bueller?
Actually something that I can win. Because, come on, we all love to see him do push-ups, right?
You made up the bet.
We all love him to do something that's,
You picked the bet. You picked the push-ups.
We don't let people do it.
We should let them decide what we should bet on.
Right.
So what are the parameters?
Let's see.
Is it something sports related or just in general? Anything?
It can be anything.
Anything.
Yeah, let's let it.
So like a competition.
Open. Yeah.
They have to come up with something for us to compete in since you love to compete.
I do. I'm a competitive person. I can't help it. It's just in my nature. It's who I am. I get it from my mama. So
basically you want to rig this so that you can win something.
I ain't gonna rig it. I ain't a cheater. I don't cheat. I'm more of a, if I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna lose. Then, it is what it is. But I'm not gonna rig it in the way just so I can win. That's just not it. That's just not me. Sorry.
So who are the people that are deciding? Are we gonna give them options, things to choose from, or are they
Should we give them
random stuff?
Random stuff.
Put something in the hat so we don't even know who suggested it. We just put the name, or not the name, the thing that we're doing in the hat and pull it up. And do it that way?
Yeah.
That's what you're gonna do?
I think that's what we're gonna do.
So you're not gonna stuff the ballot box or nothing?
I never stuff the ballot box.
We'll see. If I was you, I would.
Why?
That's the only way you're gonna win.
That's not the only. No.
That's literally the only way you're gonna beat me at anything.
No.
Anything.
No.
I'm not talking about sport, basketball, water polo, lacrosse, badminton.
Apparently hockey too, right?
I'm nice. And I shoot right-handed, even though I'm left-handed. Table tennis, floor tennis,
pool,
air tennis, billiards. 9-ball, 8-ball, Vegas.
Bowling?
What you want to do? Bowling?
Oh, you don't want to see me in bowling.
Do I?
You don't want to see me
You
in bowling.
sure?
Yeah, I'm
sure.
sure.
You averaging over 200?
I wouldn't go that far.
Maybe I do want to see you in bowling.
But these can happen in bowling. So I've had a turkey before. 3 strikes in a row.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Gobble, gobble.
Gobble, gobble.
You
Anyway.
ever had 6 in a row? What about golf?
Moving on.
All in one?
Well, yes, I actually had that once.
Not talking about...
No, I'm not talking about miniature golf either.
Okay. So you can actually play golf.
I played once.
And you got a hole in one.
Once.
She's played golf one time. Let me look at this camera because she played golf one time. One. And she got a hole in one. So I would like to.
But I am nice in poker. I will take all your money.
This is the time
I will
to do
take
the altar call. We might as well just end the show
I will
right now
take-
and have it come to
I will
Jesus
take
because she is
all-
lying.
I will
in
take
church.
all your money in poker. All of it. All of it.
You're not a good bluffer.
Ask everybody in Vegas. I take all their money. Quick.
Everybody in Vegas. See, that's an alley-oop. I have a whole bunch of jokes and places I can go with that, but I'm not gonna do that. I've turned over a new leaf.
Oh, really?
I've
And what's
been to
that?
pancakes.
What is that?
I'm gonna let you be great.
Okay.
She'll take all my money in poker
I will. Happily.
in Vegas. So you a
I played in Vegas. I played in the Bay. I played against my family. I know where you're gonna go. And yes, San Jose is the Bay. Okay.
Okay, Tori.
Moving on. So yes, I lost the bet, and we're gonna have y'all pick the next challenge. But I kind of wanted to talk about all the NFL awards that did happen that we didn't discuss.
Mm-hmm.
So there was one that actually was a little bit of controversy, and that was Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Aaron Donald. I think it was much deserved, but then I think it was JJ Watt tweeted showing the stats of his brother against Aaron Donald. And the only category that Aaron Donald beat him in was, come on, I'm gonna let you say it.
You tell me. You got the map quest.
The map quest?
Remember
Map quest?
People would print out the directions. Turn by turn.
I remember those, and if you missed it, it was a wrap. You were
There was no GPS on the phone.
Look. The only stat that Aaron Donald beat TJ Watt in was forced fumbles. And that was 4. And TJ Watt had 2. But as JJ Watt stated, TJ played 1 less game and still led the NFL in every major category.
Did they play the same position?
Enlighten me.
So, who was it? JJ was talking about this. He posted the numbers. Little bro.
Yep.
Obviously, he got cake for little bro.
Yep.
Which is
A
understandable.
little biased, yeah.
Aaron Donald is a multiple winner of the Defensive Player of the Year.
Correct.
For a good reason.
Shout out
Aaron
to Aaron
Donald
Donald.
gets double and triple teamed pretty much all game. He's seeing the best blockers and their friends that are helping them block him, and he's still, wrecking havoc on quarterbacks.
He was nice. He was nice.
TJ. TJ plays like they call it like an edge rusher position, which means he's on the outside, pretty much has a straight line, beeline to the quarterback. He's running around the edge. If he beats one guy, he's pretty much there. And he plays on the side where it's the weaker offensive lineman, pretty much, as far as pass rushing is concerned. So, and it's also the quarterback. Most quarterbacks are right-handed. So that's the side of the line of vision that the quarterbacks have. They see him coming. The other side is called the blind side, which is why your right tackle is usually the better pass blocker, because he's blocking the side that the quarterback doesn't see, who's coming from behind his back, right? So TJ plays on that side where the quarterback kind of sees him coming. And don't get me wrong, like, dude was balling. Aaron Donald plays in the interior D-line, which means there's a blocker on this side of him, there's a blocker on that side of him. Sometimes there's somebody right in front of him, and the blocker on each side. And he literally was getting hit by 1, 2, or 3 people every play.
Okay.
So if you compare the numbers and take into account what they do on the field and the fact that offenses scheme to get away from wherever Aaron Donald is, if he lines up on this side, they run that way. If he lines up on this side, they go this way. They try to get away from him as much as possible. So if those numbers are even remotely close, what is that really saying?
I see. So you're saying that basically, obviously, Aaron Donald deserved the Defensive Player of the Year. It's just numbers are skewed due to positions.
Absolutely.
Interesting.
Because neither one of them led the league in interceptions. So it could have been a cornerback or a safety that got Defensive Player of the Year based on getting, I think it was Xavier Howard that had like 10 picks this year.
Okay. And who do you play for?
The Dolphins.
Okay. That's what's up.
So it just depends on, it's really about overall impact.
So then I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. Going into overall impact, I'm sure a lot of people watch the Super Bowl. Shout out to the Bucs, Super Bowl champions.
The GOATs.
Tom Brady doing his thing. Mind you, I have a little of an issue with Tom Brady winning MVP of the Super Bowl.
Why do you have an issue with that?
Because I think the defense won that game for him. I don't think Tom Brady won that game for the Bucs. I want to say it was full on just defense.
Ever win the game for the team?
Well, no.
It's a team sport.
It is a team sport, so but if you really saw
individually.
But still, like, it just... How
many touchdowns did he throw in the first half?
In the first half, I want to say it was 2. It was 2. No, it was 3 because he was it 2 or 3?
He threw 3 touchdowns in the first half of the game. So
and 2 of them were to Gronk.
2 were to Gronk. How did Gronk end up in Tampa Bay?
He hit him up.
Tom called him and said, "Gronk, you want to win another ship?" I was like, "Sure, bro. I ain't doing nothing." Who else scored a touchdown in that? It was.
Wait. I have.
It starts with an A. B.
Oh gosh, I forgot about that.
Antonio Brown.
He did.
He scored a touchdown.
He did.
Yeah,
he did. I mean,
how did he get? Because I'm pretty sure Bruce Arians said that he wouldn't be a good fit for the locker room, and then
that he would cause a lot of havoc. Even I said that too. I think he just talks too much.
There was a player on the Tampa Bay roster that said, "Nope, I'll vouch for him. He can even live in my house to make sure that he stays in line." Was that Tom Brady? Tom Brady said that too. Tom Brady.
Yes, it was Tom Brady.
So
it was Mr. T12, TB12, the GOAT, Mr. I got 7 rings now.
He got 2 middle names. His name is like Thomas Patrick Edward or Edward Patrick or something. It's something presidential. Just change his name. Yeah. Patrick Henry Edward something. He need to change his name to Thanos.
No, Thanos. To do the. But wait, he don't even have he says one hand. Thanos has one hand.
He had 6 on one hand.
But he has 7.
Got an extra one. That's what I'm saying.
I thought last night was going to be a great offensive game. I knew the defenses was going to step up. Not really. Not as what we expected. What I expected. I expected it to be touchdown. Just back and forth because it's Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady.
It wasn't even like that last year.
No, it wasn't. But, I mean, at least you would think with Tom Brady and two of the best quarterbacks in the league.
What did that? No. Not 2 of the best.
Yes, because Tom Brady beat Drew Brees. They beat Aaron Rodgers.
Don't play defense.
I understand.
Tom Brady.
I swore I just said
doesn't play defense.
I could have sworn I said a little earlier that he shouldn't even won MVP. That the defense won. That defense is stacked.
Drew Brees has a couple noodles for an arm right now. He was not getting the ball downfield. So Jameis Winston had a better performance than Drew Brees
and
in the playoff game. Aaron Rodgers what?
So Drew
MVP?
Brees, Aaron Rodgers, yeah, but he still got beat.
Tom Brady didn't beat any of those. He doesn't play defense. The Bucs defense beat those teams.
Okay.
The Bucs scheme beat those teams.
Yes, the Bucs defense. Shout out to the Bucs defense. They were like cute. They were
Todd Bowles,
crazy
defensive
good.
coordinator.
Why that man doesn't? Come on now. Come on, y'all. Do it right. Do it right. Give
So you
the
think
man
he should have a head coaching job?
That man should have a head coaching job.
Didn't he have one before?
Did he?
How did that go?
Did he?
It happened. But I mean, if it's a revolving door of coaches in the league, so even if you're not a successful coach, eventually you'll get a job again. That's how it works.
And he should.
For some of them. Not all of us. All of them. Some of them.
Us? Anyways. But I think he should. Because, I mean, Travis Kelce was probably the top receiver of that whole game with 10 receptions, 133 yards.
How many drops did he have, though, in clutch situations? He was the top receiver because that's Mahomes' security blanket.
And his security blanket just...
It had nothing. I don't think it had anything to do with Mahomes or the receivers.
That defense.
It was the offensive line.
And, they were hurt, right?
They had 2 starters out, so they had to move people around. They had a makeshift line, and that's a big deal. And the thing with Bowles' defense is he's been known to blitz a lot. So the first time they played each other, I want to say week 12,
I think it was. Week 12.
He was blitzing right and left all over the place in the first half. And Tyreek Hill had 170 million yards in the first quarter. Oh, the peace sign. But no, he really had like 200 yards in the first quarter. Going crazy. And they were up, it's like 17-0, about to be 24-0 at one point. And they made adjustments. Tampa Bay made adjustments. They came out the second half and they're like, you know what, we're not going to blitz as much. We're going to sit back in coverage. We're going to try to get pressure on him with just our 4 defensive linemen, the 4 guys. If they can get pressure, cool. If not, we're not just going to keep getting beat. They start doubling Tyreek. They're like, nope, help. He's too fast. I need help.
Help.
Like you've seen that in other
Help me. Help me.
games, like against the Bills. That boy just took off. So
Gone.
Bucs was like, you know what? We're going to double team him. You're going to have to use somebody else to beat us. Mahomes also had a toe injury. Like, he has to have surgery. I think he has like turf toe or something.
Yeah.
That big toe ain't no joke. If you've ever stubbed your toe on the side of the bed, imagine that times 20 and then go try to run. And it just lingers.
Yeah.
For months even. So, I mean, it took down a 7-foot, 300-pound man, Shaq. His toes used to take him out at the beginning of every season with
I used
Lakers.
to always wonder why, because I know when the Raiders had Jerome McGee, he always had turf toe, it felt like.
I had it one time in 2007.
And how'd that go?
I'm different. I'm kind of like mixed with superhero and probably a little bit of vampire, so I regenerate a lot faster than most normal people. So it didn't affect me as much, but I could see how for mortals it would affect, because it hurts and it's hard. You can't put pressure on your foot. You
for
can't
mortals?
walk. For mortals, mere mortals, yes.
Mere mortals.
Yes. People that have to do push-ups to get strong.
I don't have to do push-ups to get strong.
What Beyonce say?
Strong.
I woke up like this. I woke
did.
up like this.
If I had my ponytail, I would be able to do that. I can't do it.
You had it did you cut your hair?
Sure. Let's go with that.
Because it was long last episode.
Right,
It was banging, wasn't it?
Decided
She was
to
on that, what's her name? I whip my hair back and forth. You went from Willow to Willow.
I ain't bald. Okay. Yay. Moving on.
So what was we discussing? You expected the game to be
Just two offenses, just basically whoever had the ball last is whomever wins. And we see a lot of games like that, and they're entertaining. Mind you,
You would hope the game comes down to like the last one with the ball.
but you knew who was going to win in the middle of the third quarter.
But we knew basically I shouldn't say we. A lot of people picked Tampa Bay just because Tom Brady went there. Now, if you know anything about sports, sometimes when the guy goes to a new team and somebody already has that jersey number, there's usually a transaction that takes place. If the new player wants to wear that number, it's normally like, oh, how much You know, how much would it cost for you to switch numbers?
Right.
And be like, oh man, just give me 50,000 and you can have the number.
Just easily, here's 50 G.
That actually happens. So Tom Brady going to the Bucs, their receiver Chris Godwin wore number 12 his whole career there. And so Tom Brady wasn't even going to ask for the number. Mm-hmm. You know what number he wanted to switch to? Take a wild guess. Just take a wild guess.
8?
No.
24. You said wild guess. I'm going wild guess. 8,
let's
24.
Let's take a realistic. Is it Kobe? He was going to switch to 24.
No, I was just thinking double 12, 24.
The quarterbacks don't normally wear numbers in it.
He wanted to wear number 7. Number, and I picked a random number. Okay.
He wanted to wear number 7.
Porque
That's a GOAT. How many rings does he have?
Wow. Okay.
He had 6 rings going to Tampa Bay.
Predicting that
he said, "I'll take number 7." And they were playing the Super Bowl in Tampa. Mm-hmm. He wanted to wear number 7.
That's historical in itself.
Chris Godwin was like, "Nah, bro, I can't do this. Your number. You can have the number. I'll switch to 14." That's GOAT stuff right there. That's GOAT stuff. And then in the little press conference afterwards, not the press conference, but on the stage celebrating,
right?
He's like, "Yeah, we'll be back."
Yeah, he did.
Not I'm coming back to play next year. We'll be back. It was more than just we'll be back to play next season.
He's like, "No, we'll be back here.
We'll be back playing in the Super like that." Come on, man.
I love their coach. I love Bruce Arians. He's like, "I didn't do nothing. This is for y'all." So gave them the trophy. He was like, "I didn't do nothing."
He put the staff together, and Bruce Arians has always been one of those that's really big on diversity. He was the first coach to hire a female coach when he was in Arizona. Shout out to my homie Jen Welter.
And shout out to the first female ref to
Sarah Thomas.
That was dope. I like that.
Yeah, but like I was saying with Bruce, like he was one of those, like not even an old school coach, but when he was back in his playing days, he just saw how black players were treated or how black coaches were treated, and he was like, I feel like the most qualified people should have the opportunity to be on the stage. So he made it a point to hire people of color, women, just making it diverse and representing the community as a whole. So, and that was even from when he was coaching back in college in those days.
Okay.
So yeah, like I said, Bruce, man, and he's older than you would think.
Like he's 68.
Yeah, but he don't come across like.
He don't look. I thought he was like maybe in his 50s.
People like is he mixed or something? Nah,
he's what, the oldest to win a Super Bowl?
I
they said he's the oldest to win a Super Bowl.
But Bruce, like the whole coaching staff, you got Bowles, you got Byron Leftwich, who was a quarterback that played for Jacksonville. Legend.
And they were saying that they had to they worked with each other because their styles were different. So Tom Brady wanted to learn from Byron Leftwich. He didn't want to just take over fully. He actually wanted to learn, and shout out for Tom Brady to actually, he's there at 5 a.m. just soaking up all the knowledge, watching the film and really trying to perfect his craft, even though you don't think because he's the GOAT that he just does what he does, but he actually was trying to perfect his craft and really learn the system in Tampa Bay. And Byron Leftwich and him worked together to create what we saw yesterday.
I want to say they was in the same draft class too.
Were they?
Byron Leftwich got picked. Did he get picked before Brady? Was that him?
Well,
or no. I'm thinking about T. Martin, who just got hired with the Ravens. I'm just thinking about different coaches so the Ravens just hired 2 more, or not just 2, but they hired a few new coaches. One is T. Martin, who played at Tennessee when they won the national championship back in the 90s, like after Peyton Manning and all that stuff. The other one is Keith Williams, who's actually from Stockton, Coach Dub. They're both on the offensive side of the ball. Coach Williams is like an offensive wide receiver guru. He trains Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, Sammy Watkins. There's a lot of guys in the league that'll go to him specifically for this kind of training. So to see him get a job in Baltimore, that's dope. But yeah, like Bruce Arians has always been that guy. Like if you look even back in the old Tampa Bay days with Tony Dungy, he was hiring
that's
a lot
the
of.
man right there.
hiring a lot of black coaches
Tony
just to
Dungy's
give
the
them,
man.
because that was the spot that you go to. Every
Yeah.
coach has like a tree or a lineage of all the coaches that came out from underneath him. And it's just good to see that even though the NFL is really dropping the ball with this whole diversity hiring thing, that's what has to happen. It has to happen from within. There's
the
other coaches.
organization.
So my theory has been that maybe because like Byron Leftwich didn't even get an interview at all. So Eric Bieniemy in Kansas City got an interview.
I think Todd Bowles got an interview as well.
But my theory is that it'll be coaches like Andy Reid and Bruce Arians that pretty much want to name their predecessor, like, I'm going to go ahead and step away, but you got to hire this guy as the head coach. And that'll be a way to get their guys in. Which, I mean, people do it all the time.
It's a step in the right direction.
So it's just got to, something's got to give as far as the league with this hiring stuff, because otherwise we'll have a show on it every week with coaches biting kneecaps and and systems in place that are confusing to other teams, but not to our team, but making them simple enough for our team to.
Hiring coaches that were on vacation, didn't even know they were even in the running. Stuff like that.
Another hire. Who is it? Not a hire, but an interview. Was a dude was just playing. Josh McCown. So he's like 74, 75 years old, something like that, and. Close enough. He's in his 40s. So as a player, that's old. So that's why Tom Brady's so legendary, because at 43 years old, his first Super Bowl that he played in, Patrick Mahomes was 6 years old.
Yeah.
Tom Brady was like 24. So that just gives you some when you're literally old enough to be the parent of some of your teammates in the locker room, they call you grandpa, pops. I've been there.
Pops? Are you your pops?
Grandpa.
Are you pops?
What's his name? Uncle Drew.
Pops.
All of those.
He's pops.
So, but the thing is, I don't look it though. So they didn't know. They would never know that I was like 42 until I say something. They're like, "No, you lying. Let me see your ID." But I don't like really showing my ID because you can see my feet in the picture because they got a full body shot because I'm short. But
it's okay. I'm short. Bye.
Well, one of us is standing up right now. They can't see the legs on the stool that you're sitting on. So anyway.
How does he have short jokes? Really? Really?
You didn't even get it.
No, I get it.
You didn't. Because the short joke was about me.
I know it was.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
It's okay.
No, whatever.
Would you like to bet on it?
No.
Exactly. You cheated. It's okay. You said you didn't cheat earlier, but then you count cards in Vegas. I
do not count cards, people.
You said you took
I just know
everybody's
how to play
money in
poker
Vegas.
really well.
You said you took everybody's money.
I do,
the house
but I don't
never
count
loses.
cards.
The house never loses if you win in Vegas.
I will not say how much money I've won off people in Vegas, but I've won enough.
So you wasn't at the casino. You was like in Vegas with your friends.
I was at the
playing
casino.
In the room in the casino.
I was at the casino. I was definitely at the casino.
Yeah, okay. So you're a Hall of Fame,
Not flame.
a Hall of Fame poker player.
Hall of Fame. I wouldn't go that far.
Well, let's talk about the Hall of Fame then. You're not a Hall of Famer, so we're just going to leave that discussion for never.
I'm a Hall of Fame at something. Best believe I will be a Hall of Fame at something. Don't really know what it is just yet, but I'll get back to you on that. Anyway.
Not saying anything.
Not saying anything is him saying something. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. He might as well just say it, because him not saying anything is him saying something.
Nope, I don't want no backlash in the comments.
Who are you scared of?
Your mother.
I love you, Mom.
And I didn't mean that like a yo mama joke. I mean like literally.
Yeah.
Your mother.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Should be. She's a Latina Scorpio.
Here we go. Hey. Look, girl, how you gangbanging on a church show?
Love my mama.
Latina Scorpios.
She's a Scorpio and a Latina. So you put those two together, you're gonna get a lot of just. Huh? No, it's not. Huh? What? Oh, that's right. Hall of Fame. Right. Yeah. Back on track. Anyway, as you can see on the set, there's a Hall of Fame player right at the top. Shout out to Charles Woodson, my favorite player, my favorite Raider player. So happy that when he came back to Oakland after Green Bay and
went to get a ring. Don't mean a thing if you ain't got that ring. Do what? Hey. Go ahead.
You know, I'm trying to give the Raider his props. You know, he did a stint in Green Bay, but he will always be a Raider.
Okay.
He will always and forever be a Raider. You know, unfortunately, I have to bring up this sad memory in Raider history. There's a lot of them, unfortunately. The tuck rule.
Who's that against? The GOAT.
When I tell you, I almost threw something at the TV that game. I almost did. Because it was a fumble. Anyways, and Charles Woodson has said on multiple occasions, Tom Brady owes him a ring, a car, a house, something for that game.
He should just unretire and go to Tampa Bay. Everybody else doing it and go get him a ring next year.
Right, come out of retirement. He's you know, big shout out to Charles Woodson for making the Hall of Fame. That man it's well deserved. I feel like 24 is a number that a lot of great players have had. Obviously, Kobe Bryant with 24, Charles Woodson 24, and Marshawn Lynch 24. I think that's it is one of the best accomplishments you can get as an NFL player.
Just them up.
A Bay Area. Bay Area all day. Hey. Anyway, another Raider player. I don't want to say player. He's not a player. Another Raider got into the Hall of Fame with Tom Flores, head coach. I want to say, and correct me if I'm wrong, I want to say he was the first Latino to get a head coaching job in the NFL. Al Davis hired him back in the 70s, 80s, something like that.
Is he Scorpio gang too?
Huh? No.
Or that's separate. It's the Latino.
You know, Scorpios is not a gang. It's just, you know.
Yeah, he was talking about she was gonna be blowing stuff up. I
did not say she was gonna be blowing stuff up.
Explosive.
I said she's an explosive Latina. And when you get a Scorpio who happens to be Latina, they're just kind of, I love you, Mom. I really do. So, yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Let's just go to the next person.
Next person.
Calvin Johnson. Megatron. Jinx.
Yeah, Megatron. Peyton Manning.
The big head genius. Peyton Manning.
That's what you call him?
Yes, because anybody that could do like this and do like this and still be hitting their The reason Peyton Manning is so smart, no, you didn't know he had like a special helmet made to contain, because he got a lot. He's like a football genius. Like his head is about to explode with all the knowledge of the game that he has. Yeah, I've always referred to him as big head genius. You can look up some old tweets. Hashtag big head genius. That's what I call Peyton Manning. Well deserved.
Yes, another well deserved.
What's interesting about that? Peyton Manning, arch nemesis. Tom Brady, who is still playing. To get into the Hall of Fame, you have to be retired for
6 years.
5.
I thought it was 6.
5.
Are you sure?
Would you like to bet?
I'm pretty sure it's 6. I'm pretty sure it's 6. We said we're gonna let the people bet. We said we let the people bet. So I'm not gonna agree to any bet that you try to come up with right now, because we said we're gonna let the people bet. But I'm pretty sure it's 6.
How sure are you? Are you sure enough to bet me again?
Let's go.
We could find out before the end of this show.
Let's go.
We could do it right here on the show. We could end the show the same way we started it.
It's 6.
Look it up. You got your Googles right there.
You got your Googles right there.
I don't need Google.
Good. Just check it. Check it for the people.
Go ahead.
Check it for the people.
You know what? You know what? Let's just not have the bet.
No. Go ahead.
I don't want to do this.
Go ahead.
I don't. Fine. To be eligible for the nominating process, a player or coach must have been retired for at least 5 years. Any other contributor, such as a team owner or executive, can be voted in at any time. Fans may nominate any player, coach, or contributor by simply writing via letter or email to the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Okay, cool. But guess what? We didn't actually bet anything. So.
Actually, we did, because I said we could start the show, we could end the show the way
But
we
it wasn't
started
verbalized. Like, people don't. You may have watched middle of the show.
Nobody does that.
Sometimes you do. You go back and forth.
Push-ups. I need my 25 push. I mean,
you need your 25 push-ups?
You could go ahead and double the 25 that you did before and just show that again at the end.
I don't do that. I don't.
Grab and give me 25. Major Pain style. No modified push-ups.
Excuse me.
How about this? How about we just do them on demand? Like, I'll be like, hey, can I get 3 push-ups real quick? And then we'll just cut your debt down that way.
Wouldn't I have to agree to this before the bet was actually made?
I said I didn't want to make the bet. I said we shouldn't do this.
No, that's
insisted.
fine.
You insisted. Are you sure? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, well. Mm-hmm.
Congratulations to all the Hall of Famers. Drew Pearson, who started the 88 trend in Dallas. So, you know, you got Drew Pearson, and then followed by Michael Irvin, the big 88. Then that was followed up by Dez Bryant, the big 88, and now you got CeeDee Lamb wearing it. That's like a rite of passage for players to wear that number. So that's like, other teams would normally just retire a number of a legend. They choose to like pass it on to like whoever's supposed to be the next GOAT. Kind of like wearing 12.
But what if you just are trash?
And you don't get to wear 88.
Well, you get to you wear it before, you get the number before. So what if your seasons end up being trash, and then what? You get the number taken away?
It's never happened.
I'm not saying it's never happened.
You kinda
it
know,
can.
You know how you can kind of just know something? You can look at something and just tell, oh, this dude got the sauce. He got the juice. He's the next. That's kind of why that number is given to those players. It's kind of like me making a bet. I know beforehand what the answer is.
Do you? Do you? Really? Is that what we're going to do? That's okay.
Or do you want to start the next show with you doing the push-ups? And then that'll just be like the theme. They'll be like, man, she always doing push-ups every time. What happened? Or we could go double or nothing next time. Instead of 25, we could do 50 since you already owe me 25.
I don't. Look.
You just made the bet.
We did make the bet.
And the camera was recording.
But when you make a bet, you normally say the stipulations before the bet is made.
Which is what I said.
And there were no stipulations made.
I said we can start this show. We can end the show the same way we started it.
There's implications.
With you
There's
doing
not something
push-ups.
actually being said. There were implications.
That was implied?
Implied.
How did we start the show? That was implied?
No, that wasn't implied. But the thing
Was
is,
that a-
you didn't verbally
was
say,
that like a-
for this bet, you owe da-da-da-da-da. If you lose, da-da-da-da. You
There was
did not
no
say that.
if,
There was-
because I knew the answer already. It's not an if. I said we can end this show the same way we started it, with you doing push-ups, and you still wanted to bet me. Look it up. And I was like, nah, it's okay. You don't have to do the push-up. No, we can do it. Let's look it up. Let's look it up. Play it back.
I'm just competitive. I'm competitive.
Stop being competitive when you keep losing. You're the Buffalo Bills of the 90s right now. You make it to the Super Bowl, but you ain't win nothing.
And there's no such thing as at least I made it there. No, because nobody remembers who made it there and didn't win. Because I sure forgot the Niners went and lost.
You didn't forget the Raiders went and lost to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
They
that was
cheated.
The last time they won a playoff game was that year, huh?
They cheated.
Everybody cheated, including you in Vegas. Go ahead and play the little, if you're still watching this, click subscribe and share.
Like, comment, subscribe.
All
go to
that
our
good
Instagram.
stuff.
Go to all our social
or
media.
This could be it. You don't even have to play it at the end. This could be it. This is like the new one. I like the set the way it is. I like the fact that I'm sipping on my drink, H2O.
I was about to say. Good old water.
And we don't even have to ask whose side you're on. You like winning, don't you?